Hello.
Hey, Jeni.
Welcome to my dressing room.
Thank you. I wondered if you had time to answer a few questions before rehearsal.
Come on in.
So what is your hometown?
My hometown is Stoughton, Wisconsin.
How old were you when you decided you want to be in opera?
Well, that was probably the end of college, and I realized for the first time that that was a possibility as a career, and I thought, that sounds hard and fun.
Hard and fun seems like a good summary.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite teacher at any age?
Shout out to Mrs. Olson, 5th grade, Giganza Elementary in Stoughton. I remember that she had us do all kinds of projects that were interdisciplinary, and there was a lot of music in our classroom and art and science projects, all sorts of things, and it just was such an inspiring and creative year.
What was your first paying job?
Well, I babysat a lot, and then my first real job was as a bank teller.
Okay. And what was your first major opera role?
My first major opera role, I think, was Gilda in Rigoletto, which I did in grad school, and I had no idea what I was getting into.
What advice would you give to your past self about that role?
I would say listen to as many of the greats as you can and steal all their ideas and figure out which ones work well for you.
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Not really.
Okay. What's the first opera you've ever saw?
The first opera I saw was Elixir of Love.
And what was the first opera you ever liked?
Elixir of Love. I was about 8 and there were live horses on stage, and I thought Adina was the most charming person that I had ever seen, and I wanted to be her.
Do you prefer comedy or tragedy?
Comedy.
What's the highest note you sing in Lucia di Lammermoor?
An E flat above high C.
And what's the highest note you have ever sung in public?
I think it's a high G, which is above the E flat, which is above high C.
If you had to choose a different dream career, what would it be?
I think I would like to be a Unitarian minister.
A couple of favorites. What's your favorite book of all time?
That's an impossible question. I will tell you my favorite thing I read recently, which was the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin.
And your favorite podcast?
Hidden Brain.
What TV show have you been binge-watching recently?
Ted Lasso.
Go-to karaoke song?
I like to do Together Again by Janet Jackson.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes. I have a bunch of hobbies, among them cooking, playing tennis, and doing word puzzles.
What's the last thing you cooked?
Fried rice with some yummy marinated tofu and a bunch of good veggies, and then you put the rice in and you get it a little bit crispy in the wok. Love the wok. And then some sauces mixed in. Delicious.
What's your favorite beverage before you perform?
Turmeric tea.
And since you're from Wisconsin, what is your go-to Culver's order?
Well, when I'm in a Culver's sort of mood, it usually means I want a butter burger and either fries or cheese curds, but sometimes I just get a turtle sundae.
What are you putting off doing right now?
I really need to make an eye doctor appointment.
After Lucia.
Yes.
What is a cause that you are passionate about?
I feel very passionately about prison reform and the fact that our justice system is fairly unjust.
How did you meet your husband?
We met at a singing competition in Birmingham, Alabama, and then we worked together a short while after that. At some point when we were working together, I said to him, Mr. Blaylock, I like your dimples. We've now been together for 8 years and married for 4, and I still like his dimples.
How do you relax?
I like to go for hikes or long walks.
Favorite season of the year?
It's a toss-up between fall and spring, but I would say spring because it's just so hopeful.
Kittens or puppies?
Puppies. All the puppies. Always puppies. I do like kittens too, but I'm allergic to them.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Open, enthusiastic, and dedicated.
What is the best vacation you've ever had?
I went on a really great week-long canoe trip in the Boundary Waters, and I still think the Boundary Waters is one of the most magical places on the planet.
How do you start your day?
I usually start my day by taking 10 conscious breaths while my eyes are still closed.
What is the best advice you have ever received?
My sister recently sent me this piece of advice, which said, "It is better to be brave than perfect."
That's really good. And a final question, what is the best compliment you have ever received?
I think my favorite compliment I've ever received was, "You are a really good listener."
Well, thank you for taking the time. I know you've got rehearsal in a few minutes, so I'll let you warm up.
Okay, sounds good.